Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start off this review with question number 2 in the reader's guide at the end of this book, which is called Dog Friendly by Victoria Schade. Question number 2 says, have you heard of veterinary compassion fatigue? And truth be told, I never had heard of it, so quite naturally I Googled it. It's a kind of like a secondary form of PTSD after dealing with one traumatic situation after another. Well, what is that out? I mean, what does that have to do with what I'm about to tell you about? Well, we have Morgan Pierce, who is our female protagonist in Dog Friendly, and she is a burned out veterinarian. I never ever say that word right, but she's a burned out vet. She's burned out because she sees so much in her job caring for animals. Well, she decides to take a beach vacation for a month or two, and in so doing, she decides to not to foster, but to dog sit a dog, which is called, his name is Hudson. So I'm not sure, I take that back. She is fostering Hudson, and this is where this book just got me right here, okay? Now, she's exhausted, she's burnt out, she's feeling overworked, and she's feeling undervalued. So when she's asked to watch a special needs dog, and again, his name is Hudson, dog sits in their home, which is in Nantucket or on Nantucket Island, and this will give her a chance to take a break for the summer and to kind of recharge her batteries, so to speak. Now, hopefully, the time that she spends there on Nantucket Island will give her a chance to kind of get a grip and totally refresh herself and be ready to go back to work. But here's the catch. She doesn't tell anybody that she's a vet. Why doesn't she tell anybody that she's a vet? Well, she says at one point in the book that when people find out that she's a vet, they have all these instant questions. Should I get my dog fixed? My dog limps when he first wakes up, or just random questions, and expects her to be a genie, like, pull a genie out of the bottle and solve their problem with their animal. So she decides while she's on the summer break, she's going to fully be on break because as far as everybody else is concerned, she's simply a dog sitter. Well, while she's doing this job, taking care of this dog, her stress still comes through. And like I had said a few seconds ago, the fact that she's dealing with this dog just really warmed my heart. Well, his name is Hudson, and he proved to be very much like an emotional support animal. There would be times when he would come to her and she would think that he wanted to go take a walk, but he would lay his head on her leg, or he would lick her face or put his head near her neck, and it would confuse her for a while. But then she started to connect her emotions to the dog's reaction. Now, I am a cat lover, and I currently have 2 cats. At one point, I had 4 cats. Heck, even at one point, I had 5. But I've got these 2 cats, and let me tell you, animals are very, very attuned to our emotional state, whatever it is. And that's what I really got mostly out of this book. Now, the thing is, she meets Nathan, right? And it looks like they might be able to have a relationship because the attraction is instantaneous. But, considering that it's a romance, we know there's going to be a conflict, there's going to be a problem that prevents Morgan and Nathan from going forward, okay? And one of the things that comes up is whether or not she will trust Nathan with the secret that she's a vet. Now, there were some really nice things in this book, but there was also some very deep things in this book. The deeper things in this book were, yes, that depression that Morgan was experiencing, stress, even bullying came up. Not in present time, but when you read the story, you'll understand. But it's a sweet romance, and it shows the progress that Morgan makes from going from being sad and depressed and forlorn to starting to have hope and see light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I love all of the characters in this book as well as the other dogs. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a dog called Bernadette, but I didn't write that down. But the dogs were great in this book, especially Hudson. And the fact, oh, then there's one other thing that I wanted to mention. Morgan's brother, Mac, he plays a role in this book. So while Morgan is on Nantucket Island working through her problems, there's the dynamic between her and her brother. So you got the dynamic between her and her brother, and you've got the growing relationship with her and Nathan. And then in the meanwhile, you have a dog right in the middle of it. And if you look at the book cover, which I will have up on the screen, you'll see beautiful dogs in the picture. So I love this book. I hope that you will check it out. And the publisher for this book, I believe, is Berkeley, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Berkeley Books, so it's available at your Kindle store for $9.99. And most likely, I'm clicking it, it's probably available. Yeah, it's available on Audible as well for $1 credit. So check out this book, and you'll be happy you read it. Thanks for watching.